Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Flanders here, and we're jumping into day 2 of our ELA and our spelling lesson. So please make sure you've got this handy-dandy reading worksheet right here in front of you, and then please pull out this worksheet for spelling as well. And we're going to go over it in just a second, so make sure you got it. Hello, hello. All right, here we go. We are jumping into day 2 of our reading and our spelling. And day 2's worksheet is actually going to say lesson 3 at the top. So don't get confused by it. Don't think we're jumping ahead, we're missing a day or something. We're just on lesson 3 for day 2. Okay, we're going to start our worksheet by writing our name. My name is Mr. Flanders. Okay, it's not John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt or anything like that, just Mr. Flanders. Okay, and our assignment today is going to be reading. Before we read and then answer these questions down here, a couple of reminders for my friends who might have forgotten what some of these signs mean within our reading. So if the line is over the letter like this, that means that letter is going to make the long sound. So normally this Y would say Y. Y. But with the line over it, it is making the I sound. M, I, my. Okay? This A, it's got a line over it. It usually says the A sound, but with that line over it, it says the A sound. N, aim, name. Now remember, if it's a little letter like this, we don't say that sound. It's a silent letter. So aim. Another reminder, this I, okay, normally an I would make the I sound, but when the line is over it, it's going to be making the I sound. So it's going to sound exactly like the letter. All right, we've also got the line here over ing, 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 ing. That's right. This line is telling you that ing is going together. It is making the ing sound. Ing. Okay? We've got a couple other ones like that too that we'll go over as we are reading. But remember, if we see the line over that letter, it is making that long sound. Okay? Here we go. My dog's name is Tiger. 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 Tiger loves to run after things. Things. So this person's got a dog. Its name is Tiger, and it loves to run after things. We go to the park. I ride my bike. I ride my bike. And Tiger runs after me. We both have lots of fun. Okay. This is good. This is a really good passage for us to practice our long sounds with, as well as some of our blending sounds. And you guys did phenomenal with it. Thank you for helping out. If you would later, after we're done with this, if you would just practice reading this to mom or dad or grandma or grandpa or whoever's at home with you, I think they'd really appreciate it. I would appreciate it too. All right. But in this little passage, right here, we've got a dog that is named Tiger. He loves to run after things. And they go to the park, And the person who owns Tiger, when he rides his bike and Tiger runs after the bike, they both have lots of fun. Okay? That's what happened right here in this story. Now, if you'll notice, we have 5 questions we need to answer, along with a picture that you can color after we are done. So let's look at question 1. Question 1. I have a pet dog. Yes or no? Well, in the story, did this person have a pet dog? And we're going to circle, yes he did, or no he didn't. Alright, it's kind of like a true or false type thing. But, yeah, I don't know, guys, what do you think? I have a pet dog. Is that a yes answer or a no answer? That would be a yes answer. And we can tell by the very first sentence, my dog's name is Tiger. So we know that this person has a pet dog. Number 2. Tiger hates to run. Yes or no? What do you guys think? Tiger hates to run. That would be no, because the second sentence tells us Tiger loves to run. Alright, so it was trying to trick us. Good catch. Number 3. Tiger rides my bike. Tiger rides my bike. Does Tiger ride the bike? Yeah? No, he does not ride the bike. If we look back up here in the story, it says, I ride my bike. So Tiger does not ride the bike. Number 4. My dog runs after me. My dog runs after me. Do we think that's a yes answer or a no answer? That would be a yes answer. Okay. And our last question, number 5. We have fun in the park. We have fun in the park. Yes or no? What do we think, guys? Well, we know that they go to the park. We have that in the third sentence right here. We go to the park. But does it say that they have lots of fun at the park? Well, it doesn't say it here, but it does say it at the bottom. We both have lots of fun. Boom, right there. So yes, we have fun in the park. The answer is yes. All right. Good work on this one, guys. Really good work. Remember, you are allowed to color the picture. And then also, I want you to practice reading this little passage with somebody at home. Okay? And don't forget your sounds. When you've got the line over that letter, it makes that letter sound. So this I would say I. This Y would say I. This A would say A. Okay? Good. If you need a couple more minutes to finish up the worksheet, that is absolutely fine. Please feel free to pause if you need to. But for everybody else, we're going to move on to our spelling now. Alright, everybody. We are moving on to spelling. And you'll notice that I've already started on this worksheet. That is because Well, I was recording this particular lesson. My computer went crazy and started doing something, so I had to restart this part of our lesson. No worries though, we just started on it, so we're not missing too much. What I would like everybody to do first is start by writing their name on the name line. Okay, I have written Mr. Flanders because that is my name. I do not think, though, that any of you are also Mr. Flanders, so make sure you are writing your own name. All right? All right. Now, yesterday, when we started doing our spelling assignment, all we were doing is writing the words 3 times each. I will show you the worksheet if you don't remember. Boom. This is the one where we're supposed to be writing our spelling words 3 times each. And a reminder for what our spelling words are, here we go. We've got the, of, and, that, cat, mat, sat, hat. Okay? And our job today is to take our list from yesterday and match it to the spelling words on this list. Okay, but the thing is, it's a hard job to do because there are words that are spelled incorrectly on this sheet. So for example, for number 1, I should be circling the word the. Okay, but you'll notice there were 3 ways to spell the. Now we have to find the correct way, which we started to do in the last video that I had to fix. So I circled the right answer because this the is the same as this the. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a few of these ones with you, and then what I want my super spellers to do is focus on the last few on their own. Okay? And when you focus on your own, you can either use the spelling sheet from yesterday, or if you think you're super duper awesome spellers, you could try to do it on your own without the help of the spelling sheet. Okay? Okay. That being said, though, I'm going to go ahead and work all the way up to number 4. And I want you guys to follow along as much as you can, please. All right. So for number 2, we have to find the word of. Now, you'll notice that this word is spelled with an A. So this would say af. Af. Is that of? No, and it doesn't match our list over here. What about this one? Oaf? 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 Do they match? Do they look the same? No, that's not it either. What about this one? Of. Of. Do they look the same? They do. So, go ahead and circle of. Alright. Number 3. We are looking for the word and. We have 1, 2, 3 choices. We could pick this one here that says and. Wait a second, there's no way we got the right spelling on the first go. Did we? Let's match. So this is how you spell and here. And this is how you spell and here. Are they the same? They are the same. So go ahead and circle and. Very good. Now, number 4. We're looking for the word that. That. If you need help, this is how the word that looks like. Okay? Let's start over here. The, d, vad. Is that the word we're looking for? Vad? No, that's not it. It doesn't even look the same. What about word number 2? The, at, that. Does that sound the same? That. They look the same even. I would say that is the correct answer. Boom, baby. Alright, guys. See, this is pretty easy stuff. what I'm going to do is I'm going to head off now, and I'm going to leave you guys to do the last 4 on your own. Okay? Again, if you think you're super spellers, don't worry about using the list from yesterday. But if you need a little help, don't worry about it. You can look at that first page because it has all of your spelling words written the correct way. Okay? I'm going to head off now, but thank you so much for your hard work today. I super duper appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Good morning, everybody. Mr. Flanders here, and welcome to day 2 of our math lessons. If you would be so kind as to pull out worksheet 7A for us to work on. This is going to be what we're going over together. And then afterwards, I'm going to introduce you guys to 7B, and you're going to work on this one a little bit on your own. Ooh, exciting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and look at Guided Class Practice 7A. We're going to start by writing our name at the top of the page. Mr. Flanders. And then today's date is going to be 8 for the month, 25 for the day, 20 for the year. So we just used digits to write our date. But if we wanted to break down what those digits were, our 8 would be August, because August is the 8th month. The 25 is the day. And then the 20 means 2020. That is the year. If I wanted to write it out the whole way, I would separate it by using a line like this. I would write Tuesday, August 25th, 2020. Okay? So here I might have used digits. Here I'm using digits and words. So the day is Tuesday, and then the month is August 25th, 2020. Okay? All right. Oh, the camera keeps getting blurry. Sorry, guys. All right. So this should be a pretty easy worksheet, and this is an A side. Just a reminder, the A sides are what we do together, and then the B sides are going to be what you do on your own, because that's how you practice what we've learned. Okay, so you'll notice you've got a B side for this worksheet. All right? Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Let's look at number 1. Fill in the missing days of the week. Okay, you'll notice we have a blank here, we have Monday, and then we have another blank. So what we need to do is look at our days of the week to see the day that is before Monday and then after Monday. So let's say Monday was today. So we would look for yesterday, and then we would look for tomorrow. Okay? Now obviously today is not Monday, today is Tuesday, but we're going to treat it like it is Monday just for this problem. Okay? So today is Monday, yesterday was blank, tomorrow will be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through my packet real quick, and everybody should have this in their packet. They should have a sheet that looks like this. It says days of the week. Okay, and you'll notice that there's all these different days of the week. Now, in these boxes here, with the scrambled letters, the days of the week are not in order. Okay? But if you look at the bottom, you'll notice that our days of the week are in order. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And each one has a number. So Monday is the first day, and the second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, and seventh day. Okay? So, what we need to do is figure out what day comes before Monday. I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't look like there's a day before Monday up here. It looks like Monday is the first day, which, you know, it's totally fine. But the day that comes before Monday is at the very bottom of our list, and that would be Sunday, because Sunday always comes before Monday. It's kind of like a circle. Every week it always goes around. We repeat all of the days. So even though we might start our week on Monday, we'll eventually get to Sunday, and then Sunday goes back around and it's Monday again. Okay? So if today was Monday, yesterday would be Sunday. And we're going to write that down. Sunday. Okay? So we know today is Monday, yesterday was Sunday. What's tomorrow going to be? Well, let's look at our list again. We've got our days of the week right here. Okay, we've got Monday. And the day that comes after Monday would be tomorrow. So what day is this? Tuesday. Okay? Tuesday comes after Monday. Tuesday would be tomorrow. Even though I know today is actually Tuesday. Like I said, we're just pretending for the problem. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to put our days of the week back over here for now. So we filled in the missing days of the week. We now know that the day before Monday is Sunday. The day after Monday is Tuesday. I like it. Alright. Write an I on the second line. So you'll notice we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. We need to find the second one. So 1, 2. This is our second line. We're going to make an I right there. Next part. Write a T on the fifth line. Well, let's count to 5 and see what the fifth line is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put T right there. Write a G on the third line. Well, now we're going to count to 3 and see where that goes, where that G goes. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Write an H on the fourth line. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our last one. Write an R on the first line. R. Boom. Very good, my friends. Very good. And we spelled a word. Let's see, what is this word? It is right. Very nice. Right. Now, keep in mind, there are 2 ways to spell right. And each right means something else. So this right here is for like a right hand. I've got a problem. Right. Okay? The other way to spell right is with a W, and it means to like write on a piece of paper. But this one right here, this is the right that we need. Okay. Go ahead and take a second, finish up. Don't rush, all right? If you need to take an extra second or 2, that is absolutely fine. While you were doing that, I am going to pull out our 100 number chart that I told you guys I'd put in your packets. Okay? Ooh, sorry. There we go. Sorry about the camera, guys. This is not like the one I usually use. It's not the one I used in the spring. So it's being a little silly sometimes. But okay. I've got my 100 number chart in front of me. And we're going to look at question 3. It says, write the number that is 1 less. So if I was to look at 28, and I was looking for the number that was 1 less, that means I would look at the number that came before 28. Now, some of my friends might be able to know that automatically. They might take 1 away from 28 and know what the answer is. For some of my other friends, that might need to take a second. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you on our number line what that would look like, or on our number chart. Okay? So let's find the number 28. It's right here. The number that comes before 28 is going to be the 1 less number that we need. So the number that comes before 28 is 27. Okay? 27 is 1 less than 28. Okay? Because if it was 28 and we took 1 away, that's where we would be. Alright, so we're going to write 27 on our paper. Go ahead and take a second, finish that up. And then we're going to look at this next number here. So we see that we've got the number 16 here. And we need to write 1 less than 16. That means if we had 16 and we took 1 away, alright, that would be that number. So let's pull up our number chart again. Let's find the number 16 on our number chart. Here it is. If I took 1 away from 16, that would put us back 1 spot. What number would this be? 15. That is correct. If I had 16 and I was looking for 1 less, it would be 15. Very good, my friends. Very good. Alright. While you are finishing that up, please feel free also, if you need to pause the video, go ahead. I'm not gonna get mad, not gonna get upset. It will not hurt my feelings at all. I want to make sure you are doing this at your pace, not at my pace. Okay? Let's go ahead and look at number 4. And while some of my friends might be finishing up the paper, I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to do something to my clock here, because we all know this is a clock. And please feel free to do the same thing if you'd like. Make sure you're writing a little small. So at the 12, right above it, I'm going to write 0, 0. It's 2 zeros. At the 1, I'm going to write 0, 5. At the 2, I'm going to write 10. At the 3, 15. At the 4, 20. At the 5, 25. At the 6, 30. At the 7, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to add 5 to this and make it 35. If you haven't noticed yet, I'm counting by 5s. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then at the 9, I'm going to write 45. Then 50. Then 55. And then it starts over. Okay. That is my clock, ladies and gentlemen. But that's not the problem. Okay, we need to actually do something else. It says write the digital time. Now, I don't know how many of my friends have worked with a clock before, but when it's asking for the digital time, what it's asking for is just to say what hour it is and what minute it is. Okay? We just want the numbers here. Now, in this first box here, that's going to be where the hour goes. The hour always goes first. In this second half of the box, that's where the minutes are going to go. Right here. The minutes. Okay? Now, you might be asking, Mr. Flanders, well, how do I know which one is the hour, which one is the minutes? Well, my friends, have I got some late breaking news for you. Okay? If we look at the hands on our clock, that will tell us our hours and our minutes. Okay? So, for example, if we have to look for the hour first, that means we need to look at the little hand first. Our little hand here, if you'll notice, is not touching the number here. It's pointing at it, but it's not touching it. Not like how this long hand is touching this number here. This short hand is pointing directly to what hour it will be. So what number is this short hand pointing at? It's pointing at the 3. So that means we are at the 3 o'clock hour. So I'm going to write 3 here. Okay? And for the minute, this is a pretty easy thing to figure out. I'm hoping all my friends have already figured this out, but if the little hand, the short hand, tells me the hour, the long hand, it's going to tell me the minute. Okay? So you'll notice that the long hand is pointing at the 12. Or rather, it's on the 12, but it's actually pointing past the 12. Well, that's because the short hand is not looking at these big numbers here. It's looking at the minutes past. So when the long hand is pointing at the big numbers here, okay, that's when those numbers are those numbers. So this short hand is pointing at the 3, so it is a 3. But since this long hand is pointing past the 12, well, we're not going to write 12. It's pointing beyond that. And it's actually pointing at this 0, 0 that I asked my friends to write. So please go ahead and write 0, 0 for our minutes. Okay? Now, our digital clock, or our digital time, says it is 3 o'clock. There's no minutes. There's 0, 0 minutes. Okay? And we will get more into when the long arm starts moving to other minutes in some other lessons. But right now, what I would like my friends to walk away with from this is the shorthand, when it's pointing at a number, it is going to be an hour. When the long hand is moving and it's pointing past the number, see where it's pointing to. Some clocks will tell you, some clocks you might have to look for it, but this minute hand does not tell us these big numbers here. Only the little hand does. Okay? Okay. Trust me, I know it can be a little bit confusing, and if you need help with it, please don't hesitate to reach out. Just know, it's pretty easy once you figure it out. Alright, go ahead and take a minute, finish that up if you are not done. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and move on to question 5, and this is the last question of our lesson. Okay, but you'll notice that it's not just one question, it's many questions. And we did we did all of these problems yesterday on our math worksheet. But this is a good way for us to practice our math skills that we learned from yesterday. So the first skill I'm going to remind you guys about is using tally marks. So for 4 plus 4, I'm going to put 4 tally marks next to this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 tally marks next to this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All we have to do is count them to figure out what 4 plus 4 is. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what is 4 plus 4? It is 8. Very good, my friends. Very good. All right. 7 plus 7. That's our next problem here. We could do tally marks for that, but one of the other skills I want to remind you about is the skill with our number line. Everybody should have a number line in their math packet, or rather in their work packet. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the top number of our question, which is 7. We're going to find it on the number line. And then we're going to move over as many spots as it says to add. So since it is saying add 7, we're going to move over 7 spots. Okay, and we're going to move over that way, to the right. Here we go. We're going to start at 7 and move over 7 spots. We're adding 7 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus 7 equals 14. Good work. Good work. Alright, next one is 3 plus 3. Well, this one's a pretty easy one, and I'm going to show you guys another way we can figure this out. Okay, 3 fingers here, 3 fingers here. So we've got 3 plus 3. Let's go ahead and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. So we're going to write that down on our paper. Fantastic. The next one, my friends, 9 plus 9. Alright, we could do this a couple different ways. We could do tally marks, but that might take up a lot of room on the paper. I think we should do the number line. Okay? The number line is going to be your best friend for a lot of what we're going to do with our math. Okay? So, 9 plus 9. What should we do first? We should find 9 on the number line. So we're going to jump up to the 9, and then we're going to add 9 spots to it. We're going to move over to the right. Here we go. So we're at 9. We're going to add 9 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 9 is 18, my friends. 18. Very good. Okay. Well, I've got the number line out. Let's go and do 6 plus 6. So I'm going to move the number line over a little bit. We're going to look at 6 plus 6. Well, the problem with the first number we need to find is the 6 on the number line. There it is. So we're at 6, and we're going to add 6 more. Here we go. So we're at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what's 6 plus 6, everybody? 12. Boom. Very good, my friends. Very good. Alright. Next problem. 2 plus 2. Oh my goodness. You guys remember? This is the most popular math problem in the history of ever. Everybody, what is 2 plus 2? Shout it out for me in 3, 2, 1. What is it? 4. That is correct. 2 plus 2 is 4. Alright, let's go ahead and look at our last problem, my friends. 8 plus 8. Well, we've got our number line out. Let's go ahead and use our number line. So we're going to look for the number 8 on our number line. Here it is. And we're going to add 8 spots. We're going to go this way, 8 spots. Here we go. So we're at 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wait, what did I just started counting? Silly me. Alright, let's try that again. So we're at 8, and we're going to add 8. So we're at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So we've added 8, and we've gotten what number, my friends? 16. 8 plus 8 is 16. My goodness, it has been a long day, guys. What am I doing? I should stop doing math. If this was Baldy's Basic at Education and Learning, he would be chasing me right now. That is just scary. But, alright guys, that's it. That's our math lesson for the day. So make sure you get that done. Okay, if you need to go back and watch any of the video, please feel free to rewind it. Pause it, do what you got to do. I want to make sure all my friends get the right answers though. The expectation now is you're going to take the skills we practice on this worksheet and you're going to use them on the B side. Okay? B side is all you, my friends. B side is all you. And it looks like it's a lot of stuff that we've gone over. And it's a lot of stuff you can practice. Okay? Take your time with it. Don't rush. And I'm going to get running. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Good morning, everybody. Mr. Flanders here. Welcome to day 2 of Social Studies at Home with our learning packet. If you'd please be so kind as to pull out this worksheet for me. This says it's day 2, and this is going to be our review of a person's timeline. So yesterday we did babies. Today we're doing a person's timeline. All right, and I'll see you with this in just a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Flanders here. You know that, though, because you just saw me on the screen a second ago. So, haha, surprise, I'm here now. Either way, welcome to another social studies lesson. We are on day 2. We are looking at a person's timeline. Now, if you remember yesterday, I was telling you timelines are pretty important. They help us keep track of things. They help us see time in real life. Okay? So, for example, if we're looking at this person's timeline, we can see them over a long period of time. Okay, we can see that time actually happened. For example, we see that this person's timeline starts with them as a baby. And then as they get older, as they grow, well, they turn into a kid. Okay? And as he grows, he turns into a young adult, a teenager, maybe even somebody going off to college. Okay? And then as he gets older, as his timeline continues, well, he turns into a full-blown adult who, has a job and it looks like he's doing pretty well for himself. And the last part of his timeline, we'll see, he's a bit of an older man. Okay? So we're seeing with this timeline that time is a very real thing, and that it's not just something that happens quickly. It stretches out over a long period. Okay? So, one thing I do want to bring to everybody's attention, though, before we really start delving into these questions, however, is that I forgot to have everybody write their name. So if we could take a break for a second and write our names at the top of our paper. Mr. Flanders, and then the date, 8/25/20. I'd greatly appreciate it, guys. Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead, push this paper up just a little bit, okay? And if you didn't get the date, that's fine. I hope you're able to write the date, though. If not, just go ahead and rewind the video and pause it, and then copy it that way. There we go. So we've looked at this person's timeline. We've seen them come from a little baby all the way to an old man. So question 1 asks, what age comes first? The old man, the teenager college kid, or the baby? What do we see first on the timeline? That's right, we see the baby on the timeline first. So we're going to circle that, and that's that. All right. Then let's look at question 2. Question 2 asks, where are you on the timeline? So are you an adult? Or are you a kid? Or are you little baby? Little baby. So where would you guys go on this timeline? See, if it was me, I would go the adult route. But it's not just me doing this worksheet, it's you guys too. And we're doing it for you. So if I had to take a guess, I would guess you guys are a kid on the timeline. So I would circle B. Okay? Because that's what we see for you guys. It's where you're at right now on this timeline. And if you would like, what I think you could do after you're done with these questions, you'll notice at the bottom of the page, timeline. Okay? So I'm going to make 3 spots on mine. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, this is just the end, this is the beginning, we don't need to worry about that. I want you guys to copy this though. And what I want you to do now on your paper is show me your timeline up until now. Alright? So for example, you would start off as a little baby. Look at the little baby. Okay? And we're gonna draw some eyes and a mouth, and you're gonna say wah, wah, like a baby. Okay? After you grow a little bit more, you're a toddler. Okay? And instead of saying wah, you can say gimme. Give me food, Mom. Give me food, Dad. Give me YouTube. Alright? So if you'll notice, the toddler is a little bit bigger than the baby. And then now, since you're not a baby, you're not a toddler, you would be a kid. You know, like an adolescent. That's the appropriate word, an adolescent. And you're going to be a little bit bigger. See? Make a head. And there's another smiley face. So you say, wah, as a baby, gimme, as a toddler, and you could say, could I pick my nose now? Oh, terrible. See, that's the difference between a toddler, though, and a baby. You can actually make whole sentences. Ooh, could I pick my nose now? Terrible. Don't do that. But, yes, this is what I would like you to do. Just practice at the bottom of your paper making a timeline of you from a baby to now. You only need to do 1, 2, 3 spots. If we want to use crayons or colored pencils or markers, that's completely fine. But I want to see your timelines. Okay? With that being said, I think we're done with our timeline lesson today. Okay? If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the activity, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll be available over Class Dojo and maybe some Zoom. I don't quite know if we're using that right now or not, but we'll see. Otherwise, guys, I'll catch up with you in the next lesson. Okay? Stay strong, stay safe, stay positive. Hey everybody, Mr. Flanders here, and we're looking at day 2 of science. We're continuing learning about living things, so please pull out our day 2 worksheet so we can get started on that. I'll see you in just a second. Hey everybody, let's go ahead and jump into our day 2 of science. Before we really get started though, let's go ahead and write our names. Mr. Flanders is my name. And the date, 8/25/20. Fantastic. All right. As we are finishing up, our directions say, look at the chart about living and non-living things. Answer the questions. All right, living and non-living things. Now, if you remember, yesterday we talked about living things. Okay, and I do want to take a break real quick before we really jump into all of this. Living things though, plants are alive, animals are alive. They need light and they need water. Animals need food. Plants, they don't need food. They're not going to be going down to McDonald's and getting some chicken nuggets. So yeah, all living things need some type of what we call sustenance to grow and to basically stay alive. So sustenance is like food, it's like water, things like that. Now, real quick, before we really get into this chart here, I do want to look back at our worksheet from yesterday. And if you remember yesterday, I asked you guys to look at the pictures, okay? And I asked you to circle the two non-living things that were here on this worksheet. So we've got a bird, we've got a flower, we've got a boy, and we've got a girl. Now, can you tell me what's in these pictures that might not be living? Well, the books, actually. The books are not living things. All right? They don't need food. They don't need water. They don't need light. If you want to read a book, you need light, but the book itself doesn't need light. So those are the non-living things. So keep that in mind as we look at today's worksheet. Okay? So we're going to be looking at a chart that tells us about living things and non-living things. So, we've got 3 questions we need to answer, or rather 3 questions that are asked of us about living and non-living things. So, for example, this first question asks us, does it grow? If it's a living thing, yes, it grows. If it's a non-living thing, no, it doesn't grow. So, think of it like this. Mr. Flanders is a living thing, so I grow. But would Mr. Flanders' chair grow? No. The chair would not grow. It's not a living thing. Does it need food? Well, yes. Something that's living does need food. Mr. Flanders needs a double bacon cheeseburger. Okay? But Mr. Flanders' chair does not need food. It is a not living thing. Does not need food. My chair will not eat chicken nuggets. Okay? And then, does it need water? If it's a living thing, yes, it needs water. I drink too much water. Well, I eat it because I'm a living thing. So yes, if it's a living thing, it needs water. My chair, is my chair living? No, my chair is not living. So it does not need water. No, not at all. Alright, we've got 3 questions we need to answer on our worksheet. Here we go. Question 1. Do all living things grow? Yes or no? What do you guys think? Well, let's take a look at our chart real quick. This is our living area, and our first question was, does it grow? Yes. If it's a living thing, it grows. So do all living things grow? The answer is yes. Okay. Number 2. Do non-living things need water? Yes or no? Well, let's go back up here and look at our chart. Does it need water? If it's non-living, the answer is N-O. No. We're going to circle no. Okay. And then question 3. Do living things need food? Yes or no? What do you guys think? Do living things need food? Well, one more time, we're going to need to look at our chart. Remember, this is the living area. This is the non-living area. And the question is, do living things need food? Does it need food? If it's living, the answer is yes. So, Do living things need food? The answer is yes, they do. Yes, they do. Alright, guys. Here is what I would like you to do before we end this lesson. So we've got our lovely chart here talking about living things and non-living things. What I would like you to do on your paper is you are going to you can put a line right here in this blank spot here. On one side, I want you to write living. Don't worry about making it look neat. Oh my goodness. See, look, I messed up this G. I was writing in all caps and then I messed up my G. So don't worry about it. Don't make it look neat. Living. And then non-living. Huzzah. So living, non-living. What I would like my friends to do is draw me a picture of something that is alive on this side. And then on this side, draw me a picture of something that's not living. Now you might be asking yourself, well, Mr. Flanders, what is a non-living thing? Well, I've already given you a couple of examples. Biggest example is, a chair, or a table, or a TV, a PlayStation, or an Xbox, a bottle of sanitizer. Okay, all of these things aren't living. Okay, you can't feed them, you can't make them drink, they don't grow. So yeah, on this side, the non-living side, it's basically going to be something that you can't do anything with at all. Okay, on the living side, it's going to be something that grows, that eats. So please go ahead and draw me 2 pictures of that, and I look forward to seeing what your answers are in the next lesson. See you later. Sorry. See you later.